decided to work with Monopoly Go and the Monopoly Go team to make an experience that not only captures fun, but is something that people can experience together.
I think what excited us most about this collaboration was the fact that we're all really big Star Wars fans, but also Monopoly. It's something we've also grown up with. So you've got these two brands that have been part of everyone's kind of lives for such a long time.
For me, the first time I heard about the Star Wars collaboration was just pure excitement. I could not believe my ears.
In collaboration with our friends at Scopely, we are bringing Star Wars to one of the most popular mobile games.
At the first glance, Monopoly Go and Star Wars seem to be very different franchises. But if you look closer, they actually have a lot of similarities. Both franchises are all about the nostalgia, the timeless appeal.
Monopoly is, of course, global, for the family, and Star Wars is actually very similar in that way, and they both really have a fun humor and wit to them.
Being able to experience a story with your friends, being able to have these iconic characters, those are things that you can get in Star Wars and Monopoly Go, and now you can do that together.
In this Star Wars collaboration, we have a lot of content that's going in. This is going to cross multiple movies, multiple storylines, and it's really going to be across multiple characters that I think are our fan favorites.
The classic episodes 4 through 6. We've got some great prequel content. We've got some great Mandalorian content.
Whether you grew up with the trilogy or are a fan of the prequels or you are in love with the more recent movies, there is something special for you.
It's really exciting working with the Lucasfilm team. You kind of pinch yourself sometimes that this is a job. You're having these conversations about which animal is a resident of the planet Tatooine, and can we make sure we're doing something that's appropriate for that desert landscape? And you're thinking, is this a job? This is just so much fun.
The overall visual direction that we ran with was this feeling of timelessness, that feeling of it's both new and old at the same time. Of course, Monopoly is Art Deco-ish type of look and feel, and Star Wars obviously is very futuristic, but underneath all of that, I think at the root, it is this feeling of it both having to play on your nostalgia, but also having to make you feel like you're watching, playing, seeing something kind of new from a different perspective.
When we started the Star Wars collaboration, one of the first things that we wanted to nail down was how this all happens, right? Monopoly Go obviously is a universe of its own, and how do these worlds merge?
So capturing the essence of Star Wars in the game is something we've tried to do through the journey of Peggy, our robot. And Peggy's got like a childlike wonder. She goes to the movies at Mr. Monopoly's cinema. She sees Star Wars for the very first time. She's transported into this incredible world.
And she is having this fantasy after watching the Star Wars movies, fantasizing about how it would be to be part of the Star Wars universe.
Focusing on Peggy's dream and the Monopoly characters coming to the world of Star Wars was a really fun conceit. And once we kind of started having those conversations, ideas really started to flow. And so it was a really great kicking off point to figure out how we could tell an interesting story.
And what you'll see is Mr. Monopoly and Peggy go on a Jedi journey. So her imagination allows her to think, what would it be like for me and my friends to go and meet these characters and be in those locations?
When they proposed to us making the Monopoly Go characters fans of the films also, creative sparks started to fly, and from there we were off to the races.
They meet Yoda, they have their training, they learn the ways of the Force. There's that mischievousness that we've got in Monopoly Go, which allows them to kind of just visit a little bit of those different areas of the Star Wars world as well.
I think one of the things that people will be very excited about is seeing Mr. Monopoly in full Jedi mode with his lightsaber in hand.
I think a lot of what fans are gonna like is the way that the Monopoly Go style is transferred into the Star Wars characters. Seeing Star Wars spaceships and characters come to life within our Monopoly Go style. It looks really cute, really fun. One of the main challenges, I think, which is a nice problem to have, is that we've all got our favorite Star Wars characters. So making sure that we have a really good selection that our players are gonna recognize and want to see.
We've got Han Solo, Leia, Vader, Luke, C-3PO, R2-D2, and then we also go into prequels, so you'll see Padme, Darth Maul, Jar Jar Binks, and we're even putting in Grogu, which of course is a fan favorite and one of my personal favorites.
Star Wars fans are going to be excited to experience the movies in Monopoly Go. You can experience what it would be like to be a pod racer, but in Monopoly Go.
So we've got pod racers, we've got visiting Hoth and snow speeders with an AT-AT walker in the center of the board, which just looks amazing.
When we discussed the Treasures event with the team, we came up with a lot of different ideas, but Tatooine was the #1 place to go. In universe, it's a middle of nowhere planet, but for our fans, everyone wants to visit Tatooine. We're big fans of working with the team to tell stories through the albums.
The sticker album is such an important part of Monopoly Go gameplay. The very first set in the album, you'll see that introductory story of Peggy, and then you'll get to visit all those different locations that we know and love.
There are a lot of firsts in this project. So for the first time, we're gonna have our Monopoly board skinned with Star Wars famous icons placed on the board. In the films, the way they communicate to one another is they send holograms. In our world, we have the players communicate with each other through emojis. And if we can marry the two concepts together, we thought there could be something really special.
In Monopoly Go, one thing that we really pride ourselves on is the level of detail that goes into the design of everything that we do.
When Star Wars fans play this Monopoly Go collaboration, we're excited for them to discover the Easter eggs and little iconic things we left for them.
You'll be seeing little nods to the movies and to those background characters maybe that not everybody knows about, but if you look really deeply within everything we're doing, the background citizens, the choice of ships, the storytelling within the sticker album, there's a lot of care and attention to make sure this is a really authentic representation of the Star Wars that you know, but through the eyes of our Monopoly Go characters.
This has been a dream project for many of us. A lot of us on the team grew up watching Star Wars. Bringing two big franchises like this together to life really takes a lot of passion and creativity.
We're telling a story that serves our players and respects the Monopoly Go story, but also brings in these familiar and iconic characters and locations that a lot of us have grown up with and love.
A lot of the teams across Monopoly Go has put so much heart into this project and bringing this to life. This is going to be amazing for the players, and we're very, very excited for them to experience it.
We cannot wait for players to see this. I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone's reaction.
This was a labor of love, and we enjoyed making this for you all. We hope you have fun playing it as much as we did making it.
So get ready to roll your dice and jump into Lightspeed as we experience an all-new limited time event in Monopoly